Welcome back to Comic Book ASMR. Today we're going to be doing another comic book haul, as well as I got bit by the action figure bug, so I'll show off some figures in the middle and then go to our second black box for our haul here. So yeah, this still isn't everything from my pull box. I got a partial check. Next week will be my first full check with my new job. So very exciting. So first off we have Batman and the Joker, the Deadly Duo, number 3. A nice creepy cover there. And yeah, this book is just really interesting. You know, it's Mark Silvestri on here, who's, a legend, one of the Image founders, etc., etc. He does good work, so. Yeah, it's almost like his line work is getting tighter as the books go. I'm not sure if that was on purpose or that's just him getting used to being back in the swing of drawing, a full interior artwork. Because it definitely seemed like it was more scratchy in the previous ones. But yeah, it's just been really fun to read. Definitely a strange kind of what-if story. We've got a bunch of rabid Joker-oid type zombie things running around messing up stuff, and Joker is helping Batman figure out how to curb all this madness. It's his name on the line too. So yeah, it just looks like solid good art, of course. Next we have this very cool cover here. This is the One Bad Day Bane one shot, and I really love on the back they've got a spot gloss on this here. That's really cool. And I think they're almost through with these. They have a few more left. And we've got Howard Porter is doing the art on here. And yeah, I've been enjoying, all these little one-shots. I love the spotlight. Look at this image of Bane here. I love the spotlight on the villains and stuff. And, it's all of, the big-time villains, so. A lot of panel work here. Look at all these little small panels. Definitely something you don't see a lot in modern comics. Even in Kirby's time, it was probably about, maybe he could do about nine or so panels would typically be his max, I believe. So I think this is just straight up Bane in an actual wrestling ring here. And here is the Catwoman One Bad Day. She's got some diamonds on the back of hers. I gotta check the others and see if I realize what was on the back of them or not. And we got Jamie McKelvey doing the interiors, and he did the cover as well. And I think he was the artist for that recent Batman The Killing Time series, I believe. I could be wrong. But yeah, this just looks very clean. I'm pretty sure this is all digital. See if I can pop to. Not seeing a lot of her in a suit here. There's a little bit there. Looks like this is a lot of her, doing her secret type stuff where she's able to infiltrate and, get into high society spots. Next we've got Detective Comics number 1068. This nice cover here. And I'm still behind from my previous haul, actually, shockingly enough. So, not really 100% sure of everything that's going on. I know there was a period where Two-Face had renounced his evil side, and then it just came back out here recently, so. And then, of course, they've got kind of this Batman mythology with this, like, bat god sort of thing, and there's, like, ties to the opera and stuff. But that's all I know. And yeah, it's pretty intense. Next we have Action Comics 1051. I love this cover. You see the Superman's reflection and Metallo's dome there. And I always loved Metallo. So much so that he inspired me to have the Bull's sidekick be like a shape-shifting mech type character way back in the day. And as you'll remember, in that time period was like when Terminator and stuff was big too, so, art imitates art sometimes. So yeah, they recently did a big wrap up here with number 1050. That kind of reminds me of the same shot from Kingdom Come when he's got the thugs in his hands. We've got Rafa Sandoval doing the art here. You can hear Kitty trying to get in. So yeah, a lot of big announcement news with James Gunn with the new DC Comics slate. That'll be exciting. All I can say is let's just wait and see. I know we have our creature comforts and certain things people may or may not have liked about the previous DC movies and stuff. At the end of the day, I'm just so glad, like, we get so much stuff, because it was rare when I was a kid, so it might be a bit oversaturated, but I'm excited anytime I see a superhero on the screen. So then we have the Last Ronin Lost Years, and this is the Eastman cover, and what I love about this is it's got kind of a partial wraparound on it. So it's pretty neat. And it's got a bit of a different style on there than he typically does. I think this is painted, or it could be water, or it could be color pencil maybe. I don't know, honestly. But it looks very cool. And then we see like Ninja Turtle like offshoots in here, like they're kids or something. So I think this might be them here. Maybe, I don't know. suppose that's what people said happened in this. They're like, who likes the new Ninja Turtle kids or whatever? So, but yeah, I definitely sing very high praises for The Last Ronin. And just kind of carry it over here. I will probably start to do like little mini YouTube short reviews of books as well, possibly, just to kind of capitalize on that. And I hope you all did see the one I posted the other day. Throwing the gauntlet for the 2,500 subscriber giveaway of all those cool signed books. So check that out if you haven't. I'll even leave a link in the description. This isn't the last issue for this Punchline miniseries. I think it goes to 6, but I love this cover. It's a very realistic look there. Definitely like Punchline. She's got a cool look. I still like Harley Quinn more. I just don't like how the character really looks now in the modern books as opposed to the original Batman animated days. But Punchline just kind of its fresh own thing, you know. And we see Harper Row in here. Nightwing. Been a while since I've seen Harper in her actual costume. And we got Black Mask with his jacked up mask. Catwoman made him destroy his mask in a previous issue. Then we've got the Power Rangers Turtles 2. This is the Eastman Freddie Williams jam cover here. I'm seeing more of Williams in this than I am Eastman, and maybe Eastman inked it. Definitely looks like how Williams does his Shredder. And yeah, this is solid good stuff if you like Turtles and or Power Rangers. It's just fun. I know it's not the same artist, but the art definitely reminds me of the World's Greatest or whatever it's called. You know, the Batman Superman current ongoing. Krang there. And then we have, I've got a bunch of Lazarus planets here. I'm not sure which one goes where. I'm actually missing the first one, unfortunately. So I gotta find that, which is annoying because, you know, it's a sequential thing, I'm pretty sure. So here is Lazarus Planet Legends Reborn. And it's got a bunch of talent on there. And I will just kind of do one of these. It's impossible to highlight everything. And so this is really the aftermath of the Dark Crisis event. So there's that one. And I have a prediction. You might see another Lazarus Planet book right here. If I can pull it out of my box. Okay, this is Assault on Krypton. So naturally this features more of the Superman family. A Power Girl there, that's kind of unique. Looks like Jonathan Kent is front and center there. There's my cat. Supergirl. So he's got some big things coming. And then this is my final Lazarus Planet book. We Once Were Gods. I believe this is a Matina variant. You got kind of a hybrid Doomsday Martian Manhunter thing going on here. So we gotta open it backwards here. Alright, so we see Shazam there. This is Masira. I can't pronounce her name. I don't know. Wonder Woman there. Martian Manhunter and Superman. That's a cool image there of him. Oh, look at that too. He got part of his brain coming out. Aquaman. So what's funny about these is for the longest time I was pretty selective about which McFarlane figures I got, but I got this one figure and that just kind of opened the floodgates here. So this is my first McFarlane figure in a long time. This is Jason Fabok's 3 Jokers Batman. And yeah, pretty much any of the modern Batman figures I've seen, there's been something about them I just didn't like, but I love Jason Fabok's style. I love that this Batman's got like the yellow emblem on him. Don't like that he doesn't have the black trunks, but that's okay. You know, I love the cowl sculpt. That's right on Fabok. So yeah, I got this and just like, well, shoot, if I've got this Batman, then I need to start buying some of the villains as well. So yeah, and also by my work is a really good action figure selection in Walmart. So it's like within walking distance. So I got this one like maybe last week or the week before, something like that. Just with kind of partial bits of money I had. And then this one I got the other day. This is the comedian Joker, I believe, from the 3 Jokers. So once again, it's a Fabok sculpt here, which the pictures of it I didn't really care for. I was more annoyed by the lighter colored coat, you know, the nod to the 60s Joker, but it's a pretty awesome toy, honestly. So I got that one. And then this one I got, this is one I've been hunting for actually. So this is the Gold Label Eradicator, and I almost missed it. So I got this the other day when I found that Joker. That Joker was hidden on another shelf, and I was about to walk away. I had thumbed through everything. But yeah, as soon as I was about to walk away, one of the stock people put out a few more McFarlane items, and they had 2 of these. But the boxes, the plastic part was all like smashed and cut, actual, you know. So I was like, well, I can't buy 2 of them and try to sell the other one or anything like that. I mean, there are out-of-box collectors, but still. So I was like, well, I'm going to take mine out anyway. And yeah, as you guys know, I'm huge about the Death and Return of Superman storyline. So even though this isn't a flesh-colored OG one, unless they make a variant. Which technically, I guess I could have bought the other one and tried to paint it, but I'm not really a figure painter. Probably come out looking horrible. So hopefully they make a sculpt with the flesh color on them, but this is still pretty cool. This is like the rebirth look. And as you'll notice, even like the Superboy that's coming out, that one's also the rebirth one. So if we get all of the Reign of the Supermen, it's probably going to be all of their new current costume designs, which is kind of funny since the original story is so nostalgic. But yeah, we got this one, and like I said, this is one I had been actively hunting for. And I love how like the emblem is raised inside of there too. Really nice detail there. And then, as I said, I've been trying to find, Batman villains and stuff like that. So I've got kind of a checklist going. And then in the wild yesterday at Target, was able to find the big, huge Bane. So yeah, this guy is massive. He is to scale. So yeah, there's a scale there with the Joker. So he's probably 10 inches or so. He's a heavy toy. He's thick. He's very muscly. And they had 2 of these as well. And yeah, these are going for about 100 or so reselling. Which even yesterday I got a partial check. So I'm just like, should I buy a second one and sell it? Or, yeah, I don't know. So I just bought mine. The box that it came in was huge too. So shipping that is always a pain. It's not a simple small box. All that type of stuff. So, but yeah, really lucky I got this, and my friend was with me. We were doing a comic shop run and a toy run, so really cool that I'm glad he was able to, and he actually spotted it before I did. I probably wouldn't have even seen it. So thanks for him for helping me find it for sure. So that was awesome. And then I got these as a 2-pack, which it's $40 on Amazon right now for them. The Superman from the original wave is actually going for about $75 by itself, so I figured I would get the 2-pack just really for the Superman, if for nothing else. Did notice he's got like that angry fighting face as opposed to the normal one. His mouth is closed, I guess, which I didn't realize. But still a cool toy. I love, the work on the symbol there, the shine they've put on it, kind of like the metallic-y specks. Really cool. Yeah, because you can just never find the normal Superman anymore because he was one of the original releases, so. And then we've got, the Devastator here, which they haven't made a Doomsday yet, so this is kind of like the closest thing you can get to a Doomsday, so very cool figure too, very heavy, very detailed, as you can see. All the like articulation and stuff, the jaw moves. And then that one came with like a little base too, which the Superman, you just kind of like his cape hugs in there. And then the Devastator's footholes, just kind of, you can place them right in there, so. And they all came with the little black DC collectible base with the logo there. And then here's their cards. Love that Bane one. I like when they actually put actual drawn art as opposed to the figure art on them. There's the Eradicator one. And then there are stats, of course, in the back of all these. So I looked, I'm like, oh geez, there's about 20 or so I need now. And then here's some of the accessories. So the Batman came with his bat grapple. Joker's got his crowbar in his hand, and then he has a Joker fish. And then Eradicator has his energy hands, which, as people said, and I agree, they look like he's got Cheeto fingers, that Cheeto dust. So, not great. I wish what they would have done is they would have done like a see-through, clear orange gel type of hand mold, and then just painted some of it black and then led up to the orange part. Or they could have had like a plastic, like a glowing orb you could have stuck in his hand. I think that would have been cooler, but what can you do? All right, so now on to box number 2 here. So we've got World's Finest number 11. And yeah, this is continuing on the threat that's been going with this Demon King type of character. And then they've got Joker thrown into the mix as well. We see some sidekick action here. And I believe they're trying to rescue him, if I remember. Then we have Batman Adventures Continue Season 3. Looks like they've got Paul Dini on writing duties. So that's interesting. Oh, and Alan Burnett is writing as well. So yeah, these have been fine. It's always fun to have more stories in, the Batman animated universe. And of course they're going with a newer iteration here. As you guys know, I'm partial to the original Yellow Symbol Fox Kids run, the cartoon, as opposed to the New Adventures on Kids WB, but I understand them progressing the narrative, so. Got Black Mask in here. He is certainly not a character you would see on the animated series, so it's cool that he's there. Then we have Batman Fortress number 8, and I believe this is the final part. And it had a strong start to it. It looks like we finally have Superman in here, so that's good. It's literally been them trying to rescue him for the whole series. I feel 8 parts is a little long for a story like this. Probably could have been done in 6. If it was like back in the day, it would be done way, way sooner, maybe 2 or 3 issues, but surprised that it went on for a full 8 issues. But I've been liking the art. It's been enjoyable for sure. And we have Captain America number 9. Got some new invaders, it looks like. So yeah, this has been probably my favorite newer Cap run here for sure. The story's been interesting, the art's been pretty good. It's had its moments of awkwardness, but not too bad overall. Definitely one I will keep in the collection for sure. Spawn, number 19. The Bianchi cover here. And I definitely love King Spawn. Maintains the grit that drew me to the newer Spawn comics. And I'd definitely say it's the darkest out of all the current ones. Gunslinger's probably the most violent one. Maybe. I'm just thinking back to a few moments. Here's Gunslinger number 16 with this beautiful David Mack cover here. So what Todd is doing all these months is he's going to have spotlight artists for each month. So Mac was the previous month for January, and Bianchi is for February. And I can't recall who's going to be on the next one or not. But definitely a good idea for people who like certain artists. It's a way to get them to continue to buy all the series so they get, the full cover set. It's smart. It's a good idea, Todd. So, as I said, honestly, Scourge isn't, or Scorched isn't my favorite series. But having those cover sets definitely makes me continue to want to buy them so I can have, the full artist's runs of those covers. Lots of action here. This might be a new character here, I'm not really sure. And then here's the Scorched Mac cover here with she Spawn on it. A little risque start there. Someone getting cut in half there. Definitely pretty intense. Dragon there. Some pretty cool shots in this one, honestly. So maybe they've stepped up this current arc. It certainly seems that way when I'm looking through it here. It seemed like previously there was like a lot of backroom discussion type stuff between them. Yeah, there's the ex-Bianchi cover there. This one's got a different, and there's the other. It's coming. I don't know this artist though, so this is the wave after Bianchi. I don't know who this is. And then this is outside of that, so this is Unwanted Violence. I believe this is just a 2-part special. Art by Mike Del Mundo. And I don't know anything about this particular story, but we're going to get a lot more. You can see, look at the way they've used the cape as panels. It's going to get with and a more artistic layouts here. I like Del Mundo's stuff for sure. Let's skip around. Okay. And we've got Turtles 136. Armageddon tie-in, of course. Donnie is tapping into new tech and his new abilities he's learned, and it looks like we're in the middle of a Krang attack here, so always a good way to start the book there. And this might be it. And then I actually realized I got a whole stack of variants next to me I didn't show off previously that I'll show off. Armageddon game, number 4. The Eastman variant, of course. So we see kind of the party of villains here. The Pantheon, as they're called. Oh, you got Kitsune down there. That is Shredder's wife, I believe, if I remember correctly. Alright, so we've got the Saturday Morning Turtles, number 4 here. Which, yeah, these are fun. My main thing, I just wish they would just straight up use flatter colors. And there's been a style before I've seen in the Ghostbuster crossover they did that just straight up made it look like a cartoon with like kind of the filter sort of look. I wish they had just gone that route. But of course, it's always fun to see, you know, the look we were all exposed to as kids. I don't know, April looks a bit goofier here, though. She looks more like, I don't know. Her face just looks very strange to me. Alright, so we get this box out of here. So we've got, there was, in December, Spawn was guest starring on a bunch of covers. So I've got some Spawn DC crossovers here. So this is Wildcats number 2. And honestly, probably one of my favorites. This is Harley Quinn 25. Yeah, I jumped at the chance because it's just like, well, you know, the Batman Spawn thing is one thing, but to see him interacting with other random DC characters, just too cool to overlook. So here's Catwoman number 50. And I was surprised they didn't really market that too well either. A lot of the covers weren't even like solicited. Like, you know, it was just like mystery blank spots. This one is Wonder Woman 794. Jim Chung cover. And we've got Superman, Son of Kal-El, number 18. Spawn with the boy there. His flaming sword. Yeah, I couldn't believe I had overlooked these, so they've just been sitting right by my table here waiting for me to show you guys so I wouldn't forget. Nightwing number 99. There he is. Just as happy as ever. With a very menacing Spawn next to him. This is the Batman Spawn number 1, whatever. This is the Francavalla cover there. Or not Francavalla. Fowler. I'm trying to remember. You all know who it is. Matina, I believe. Nice one here. This is the Del Auto cover. That glare is kind of not making it easy to see some of the details. There's the Jim Lee cover. And we got Batman Superman number 10 doing the Wonderful Christmas Time. Actually, one of my favorite Christmas songs. So, and you guys know I love the Beatles, all that type of stuff. So it was cool that they made this fun cover. So really great. All right, well, that's all I've got. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you want to see. And as always, you all have a super slumber. Thanks. Bye.